Hello. Today we are going to study present simple in English. In English, as opposed to other languages, there are several times within the different times, meaning there's past, simple, and future. Within each period of time, there are different rules of grammar. In the present tense, one of the most popular, one of the most common rules is the rules for present simple. In the English language, how do we know which time to use? According to frequent time expressions. That is what determines which time we have to use. Three of the very common and popular time expressions in the present simple are usually, sometimes, and every day. It can be every night, it can be every week. Present simple is used whenever things repeat themselves in the present. For example, sometimes I drink orange juice. Sometimes she sleeps in the afternoon. Things which repeat themselves, yet we are speaking about them in the present tense. Now, how do we learn this? We have to know the three bodies: the first body, the second body, and the third body. The first body is I, where the verb stays the same. The second body is she, he, and it. Anything in the singular, where we take the verb and we add either, according to the spelling of the word, an S, E-S-O-I-D-S. And the third body refers to plural, where we take the verb and we leave it as it is, which is exactly the same, by the way, as the first body. For example, let's take an example. I sleep every night. I sleep every night. How do I know how to solve this problem? I put my finger under the word I, and I scan the three bodies looking for the same word. I see that it's the first body. So I copy the verb, the word in parentheses. I sleep every night. Now, she. Let's take the same sentence. She sleep every night. How do I know which body to use? I put my finger under the word she, and I scan the three bodies. I, here, I found it, she. It's in the second body, meaning I have to copy the word, sleep, and add an S. We use, in the second body, in the positive, we have to add S-E-S-O-I-E-S. That is completely determined according to the spelling of the words, and I'm not going to go into that in the present time. What I want for everyone to know is when to use the first body, the second body, or the third body. The spelling of the words, the S-E-S-I-S, is very easy. Let's take another example. They. I'm going to take the same sentence. I'm using the same sentence. They sleep every night. How do I know what to do? I put my finger under the word they, and I scan the words, the bodies. I see this in the third body. Verb 1, V1, meaning stays the same, which is identical to the first body. They sleep every night. That's in the positive. Now, let's look at the negative. I, she, he, and it. Okay, in the positive, we looked at the first body, the second body, and the third body. The first, second, we identify which body the sentence is attached to? We know, we simply have to copy what's written on the table. Positive. I sleep every night. A person who has trouble sleeping. I look at the table. I do not sleep every night. Now, do not can be shortened to don't. But for today, we are talking about I do not sleep every night. She sleeps every night. I follow the table. I look at the negative, the second body. She does not sleep every night. I would like for you to pay attention to the fact that in the positive we added S, but only in the positive, in the second body, we add S-E-S or I-E-S. Only in the second body, in the positive, we add S. They sleep every night. They plus V1, which means it stays the same. Now I look at the negative. They do not sleep. They do not sleep every night. Always remember a trick is the first body and the third body are identical in terms of the grammatical rules. The second body changes a little bit, but only in the positive do we add something to the verb. Now, the yes-no question, meaning a question whose answer is yes or no. I look at the negative. I do not plus V1, so I take do. I, V1. Do I, whatever the sentence is, and whatever the time expression is. I copy the sentence. Does. She, he, or it. Do. Now again, we want to ask the questions. We're simply going to lean on the table and use it as a reference to help us answer the questions. I sleep every night. I do not sleep every night. Now it's written here black and white. Do I sleep every night? And of course, when I write a question, I of course have to end the question with a question mark. She sleeps every night. She does not sleep every night. Does she sleep every night? I again want to mention the fact that in positive, the second body, I added an S. Only in the second body. In the positive, I add something to the verb. That's it. They sleep every night. They do not sleep every night. I'm going to lean on my table and use it as a reference to how to answer this question. Do they sleep every night? Regarding the usage of SES or IES, for the time being, when initially learning the present simple, only use S. Only use S. The usage of ES and IES is depending on the spelling of the words. That is something which can be learned very easily and simply. Any further questions which you may have, I'd be happy to answer you via the telephone or email. Thank you very much.